Director Brems,
Present.
Director Cardenas,
Here.
Director Daly,
Here.
Director Gettle,
Here.
Director Keegley,
Here.
Director McCalman, Director Peterson, Director Prokopis,
Here.
Director Silvestrini.
Here. Thank you. Is there anyone from the public that wishes to comment this morning? Name and address, please.
Yep. Chris Bertram, 3438 East Buck Circle, Salt Lake City, Utah, 4121.
You.
Good. Okay. Good morning. My name is Chris Bertram. I appreciate the opportunity to talk to the Unified Police Department Board. I'm a retired deputy chief from UPD. I retired 10 years ago after 25 years of dedicated service. At the time of my retirement, the UPD allowed their retirees access to medical and dental insurance programs until they were 65. A few years later, the eligibility was limited, and I was grandfathered into the department's retiree access to health and medical insurance plans, but forced to choose a specific plan that I wanted to participate in, or I would be dropped from the program. I chose to stay in the dental insurance program. These vested benefits were promised as a part of a retirement package that I relied on when I made my decision to retire 10 years ago. The coverage was not a perk. It was a critical part of the compensation pledge made by the board in exchange for our years of public service. Based on this assurances and other factors, I did make the determination and decision to retire 10 years ago. And I did with the reliance on the availability or continued availability of the compensation package with regards to insurance that was communicated to me when I retired as a component of our retirement package. I retired with a clear understanding I would continue to receive access to the health and dental benefits until I was 65. Today, I'm asking, not for anything new, but I'm asking the board to restore what was earned and promised to us. Currently, anecdotally, I understand that there are, believe just several members in the program that will be retiring this year. They turn 65, they turn 65 and they'll be leaving the program. And there will be about 7 members still eligible to be vested in that grandfathered program. And that they are eligible to participate with regards to the medical and dental benefits. I think that that is somewhat of a de minimis number with regards to the UPD board making a decision from the financial liability that you would face with these additional members. I'm not seeking special treatment, but rather just a return of the benefits that I relied upon in good faith when I retired. Because of my long-term service in public safety with the UPD, I respectfully request that the board reinstate the access to the medical coverage consistent with the principles honoring what was defined to us when we served this department. I hope the board will undertake this advisement, and I look forward to your response, and I appreciate your time today.
Thank you. Are there any questions?
I don't have any questions, but I think it is a worthwhile endeavor to look into.
I appreciate it.
And one of the things
I'd like to have HR take a look at, I don't even remember the circumstances where it was
Limited.
changed, but I'd like to have HR at least take a look at the cost of this and so we can evaluate it.
I appreciate it, Mayor. I wasn't sure if you were there when they
Not-
limited it. I know Mayor Dolly was there when they originally took it away about a year or two after I retired from any retiree into the future. About 6 months or 12 months later, the board met and they decided to reduce the liability. There were some members that didn't participate in it at all, and they wanted to reduce the liability at that time by limiting to say either participate in the program and also pick which insurance. There were several of my members that, that retired, chose just to step away. I chose to stay in it with the dental, but I'm asking that at least we could have access to both medical and dental for those of us that are left for the remainder of the time till we turn 65. So I appreciate
So
that.
I know I came on in 2017, so
Right
I
around
wouldn't have
that.
been involved in the initial decision, but I don't remember a change that the board I don't remember it. Maybe we did, but I don't remember a change in that program since I've been on the board.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fully in favor of having HR I mean, it's been a long time, and my recollection is that, and the reason I didn't bring it up is I don't want to get in a big, long discussion during the public hearing portion, but we had a OPEB issue that I think a lot of local municipalities and county municipalities were struggling with in terms of this long-term liability tail and how we were going to deal with that. We had to start reporting it on our financial reports and recognizing that. So we came up with a program to basically buy those OPEB benefits out. The $5,000, something comes to mind, but look, Chief, I'm totally in favor of saying, okay, let's reopen this and look at what exactly happened. And if certainly, I think this board is we would not do anything that would be, I think, unfair to people, but I would have to go back and look at the details because it's been a while. But I think it might have been part of the retirement of that OPEB liability tail and paying then members out at that point, giving them money basically to reimburse them for the loss of that liability. But I think we just need to look at all the details.
And just to clarify, because I did attend the meetings, it was the OPEB issue, but it was a liability number. It wasn't a payout number. It was just we had to keep everybody on our books that could get it at some point in the future. Although there were quite a few that weren't doing it, it still showed on our books and the UPD books as a liability. And so that was a solution Scott Jurgis came up with at the time. And I just say that, just a consideration into the future that we have very de minimis numbers left. Could we open that back up?
We'll take a look at it.
I appreciate it. Thank you. And I appreciate it. I would stick around. I've got another commitment. I've enough UPD board meetings and city council meetings in my past that I'll excuse myself, but I do appreciate what you did. Great department. I've always been a big supporter of collaborative policing in this valley.
Thanks, Chief.
Thank you. Next item is an update from Chief Mazuryn.
Good morning, board members. Happy July, as you said earlier. It's the start of our new fiscal year. Our budget's up and running. I just want to quickly say thank you for the board's support during that budgetary process. I know there was a couple of hiccups, but it went really well. Props to Debbie and her staff for all the work they did. And I will tell you, and I've had a little bit of feedback on this, but our officers are really grateful to all of you for approving the budget, and that increase in the wages is really important to our folks, and especially our young officers who have young families that are very appreciative of that. So thank you. We enjoyed your 4th of July events. Many of you had events, Holiday Magna, Mill Creek, Brighton, all your communities. We participated in a lot of those events and really enjoyed it. And it was good to get out with your communities and some of your staff. And so thank you for that. I'm proud to report our property and evidence building out in Kearns. We got moved. It was a Herculean effort for our staff and others that really came together and moved the entire building and all the evidence cars and vehicles and the interior contents of that building. Got it moved out to Kearns almost in its complete entirety. And so that is a big step for us. Logistically, that is a huge change and a big development for our department. But working with Granite School District and others, it's been a very challenging project, but we appreciate their partnership, and that is going to save our department a lot of money in the future, and it's going to be a great facility. So Chief Andrew Weirden and his team have really taken that project on and done a phenomenal job. So I'm very grateful to them. And I'll keep you advised on how that continues to develop. That's a multi-phase project that will take place over the next 3 to 5 years. So we'll continue working on that. Right now, and this is more of a Slovisa issue, but I wanted our UPD board members to know, some of you are involved in this. We're in the middle of this discussion about Slovisa and the district and the funds there. We have a facilitator that's been hired by Salt Lake County, and we had our second workshop yesterday. That's been very interesting, very educational, at least for me. I'm sure the rest of you feel the same way. It's been interesting to see all sides of that issue. But the outcome of that's going to be really important because it will have an impact on our department, especially our communities that are members of Slovisa. So we'll continue to work through that. And if you have any questions about that, I'd be happy to talk to you offline. It also affects UFSA, the district. And they're also talking about looking at the MSD. So it's a really broad district discussion that has impacts on all of us in one way or another. So I'd be happy to talk to you offline about that. Or Carolyn, Mayor Silvestrini, Phil, they're all involved in it too, so they can give you some updates. Yes, sir.
Okay, so I missed that first meeting that at least involved UPD. Are the meetings involving all three of those entities, or just are they taking them separately?
They're doing them separately. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that UFSA is the one that I missed, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They're doing them all separately. And then they have members of this board embedded in those different groups. And then at some point they want to look at the MSD. So we'll see how that continues to develop. As I told you a few months ago, there's a number of things that I'm working on project-wise I wanted to apprise the board of. One is our strategic plan. It's an internal document that we're going to use to guide some of our actions over the next 4 years. That's almost finished. And I'd be happy to share that with all you when it's done. And it's going to kind of guide us on our forward outlook on where we're going as a department and how we can provide you the best police services that we possibly can for the right price. Another initiative I am working on is I'm having various meetings, especially with Debbie and others, to go back and re-examine the shared services formula. That's been in place for almost the duration of the life of this department, and I think it's time to go back and look at it because I think it's a key piece to looking forward and the growth of the department, which will benefit all of us. So we're just very much in the genesis of that and playing with that, looking at different models or options, which of course, if we land on something we think is viable, you'll be the first folks to know about it, and I'll bring that to you for discussion and hopefully at some point approval. So we're working on that. And then I think that's all I have, but I wish you all a very happy 24th of July, and I hope you have a great holiday. That's all I
Same
got.
to you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Chief. While you're up, let's talk about acceptance of donations.
Yes, thank you, sir. A couple donations. One in your packet is from Jerry and Francis Garrett for $100 in the Midvale precinct. So we appreciate that very kind gesture. Isn't that your uncle?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a nice guy. He gives the cops $100 whenever he can. So good man. We appreciate that. Also in your packet, and I don't think Councilman Prokopis, you probably don't have this because this was a late declaration, but Salt Lake Honorary Colonels, who have been incredibly kind to our department, donated $2,600 for an initiative we're working on to try to do some fundraising to get body armor, rifle plates. You know, all of our officers already provided body armor, but that's only pistol rated. And if you've been watching the events that are going on in the country, the proliferation of high velocity rifles is crazy. And so the idea here is to be able to get, it's not cheap armor, but it's upgraded to stop rifle rounds, including very heavy high velocity rounds. So we're working with an organization called Shield 616. And There's a lot of generous folks out there that want to help law enforcement. This will save the department a lot of money. But the honorary colonels donated $2,600 towards that initiative. So really appreciative of them. And appreciative of all of you that have helped host the honorary colonels in some of those events.
Mr. Chair, Jeff Silverstein, I'll make a motion to accept these donations.
Second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
That's unanimous. Thank you. Okay, next item is approval of surplus.
In your packet, you'll see the approval of, again, surplus vehicles. It's just a couple of them this time. We submit that to you for approval.
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve resolution 25-07-01 surplusing 2 vehicles.
I'll second that.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
It's unanimous. Thank you. Thank you, Chief.
One other thing, if I may. Come here. See this new guy, this young man? I'm just putting him on the spot to mess with him. This is JD Smith. His dad is a retired sheriff's deputy and UPD officer. He's the next generation that's working for us. If you can see here, he broke his hand in training at the academy, so he's offline for a bit. So he'll be working here in Mill Creek, helping out Amy and Christine and myself. And so I just want to introduce you to him. We probably haven't seen him since he was sworn in, but
It's a pleasure to meet you all.
his first board meeting. He's enjoying it.
Welcome. Look forward to
Thank
seeing
you.
around.
Thanks.
Thank you very
Thank you.
much. Okay, our next item of business is approval of the June 19th UPD board meeting minutes.
Move to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Our next item of business is upcoming meetings. We have a swearing-in ceremony August 4th here in Mill Creek at 10 a.m. The next UPD board meeting Thursday, August 21st, 9 a.m. in this room. UPD Finance Committee meeting is Wednesday, September 10th, 2025 in the Mill Creek precinct. UPD board meeting in September will be on the 18th in this room. That's our upcoming meetings. I don't believe we have a closed session today. We do have a closed session. So thank you all, and we'll start moving into a closed session. We need a motion, please.
Gee, I was hoping that we'd get one of the shortest UPD meetings ever.
Ever.
Harry, what's the reason?
What's the reason?
So, Mr. Chair, I turn to the Utah Code regarding closed meetings. I will make a motion to go into closed session for the purpose of discussing pending litigation and advice of counsel.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I think we need a roll call.
Director Brems,
Yes.
Director Cardenas,
Yes.
Director Daly,
Yes.
Director Gettle,
Yes.
Director Keegley,
Yes.
Director McCalman, Director Peterson, Director Prokopis,
Yes.
Director Silvestrini.
Yes.
That is unanimous. Thank you.